Nothing for them to do.
I think it's the speakers and the chief congregation of the departed is going to sit on the right, and the rest of the family is going to be on the left. But they did say they want you to focus on the people, the speakers. Yeah, they told you that. Okay.
It's not an entire thing. It has to be regular. They want to get used to. Nobody's coming. Oh, okay. Hello? What? Doing this ball? That's a baby one. This is baby one. This is roll up. This is over 10. What I got roll up two. So extreme, but still roll up two. The back is like this. But the other two is nice. 4 hours.
No, I do like it. I don't. I just use my phone. I'm using because of our five OBS, but OBS was here and telling me I'm subscribed and put it on my phone.
This also have mobile OBS.
Now, because I just downloaded the app straight onto the phone. So I can, no, that was a phone. But I mainly use it for phone.
This one, everything I'm doing now, I have to put my different parts. This is me. Facebook, Twitch,
सहारा तेरा नाम। शरण शरण शांति का धाम, एक सहारा तेरा नाम। एक सहारा तेरा नाम, नाम एक सहारा तेरा नाम। एक सहारा तेरा नाम। शरण शरण शांति का धाम, एक सहारा तेरा नाम। शरण शरण शांति का धाम, एक सहारा तेरा नाम। शरण शरण शांति का धाम, एक सहारा तेरा नाम। We'll just allow the family a few minutes before.
पालन कर रहा है तू, तुझसे ही पाते प्राण हम, दुख और कष्ट हरता है तू। ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। तेरा महान तेज है, छाया हुआ सभी सृष्टि की वस्तु वस्तु में तू ही रहा विद्यमान है। तेरा महान तेज है, छाया हुआ सभी स्थान में सृष्टि की वस्तु वस्तु में तू ही रहा तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। तेरा ही धरते ध्यान हम मांगते तेरी दया, ईश्वर हमारी बुद्धि को श्रेष्ठ मार्ग पर चला। तेरा निधरते ध्यान हम मांगते तेरी दया, ईश्वर हमारी बुद्धि को श्रेष्ठ मार्ग पर चला। ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। संसार के रचया, जल्दी से दो सहारा, मझधार में है नैया। दूर कर हमारा संसार दुनिया के यार सारे तेरे सिवा नहीं अब दुख दर्द से बचैया सुख के है सब संगाती दुनिया के यार सारे तेरे सिवा नहीं अब दुख दर्द से बचैया दूर कर हमारा संसार के रचैया जल्दी से दो सहारा प्यार में रचैया दुनिया में फंस के हमको हासिल हुआ न कुछ पल तेरे बिना हमारा कोई नहीं सुनैया दुनिया में फंस के हमको हासिल हुआ न कुछ पल तेरे बिना हमारा कोई नहीं सुनैया दूर कर हमारा संसार के रचैया जल्दी से दो सहारा याद में है नैया चारों तरफ से हम पर गम की घटा है छाई सुख का करो उजाला सुप्रकाश के तरैया चारों तरफ से हम पर गम की घटा है छाई सुख का करो से दो सहारा मजना प्रभु तेरे द्वारे आया है आत्मा प्रभु तेरे द्वारे आया है आत्मा शांति दी ये परमात्मा शांति आया है
Namaste, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us today on behalf of the Sirkisson family. We're here to bid farewell to Pandita Thara Devi Sirkisson. I would like to ask everyone that's coming through, we have a program of bhajans and speeches, but while that's carrying on, please feel free to come through and walk through to pay your respects to the family. I would like to now call on Dr. Ramvilas from the Arya Pratindhi Sabha to say a few words. Thank you.
Namaste, family and friends. The children Vikas, Dharon, Viresh, and Samantha, Pratisha. The grandchildren, Sarika, Vishal, Suhina, Shanae, Jisa and Talia, Ayushi, Tashil, and Sajana. And the great children, Veer and Karen. As I stand here, I speak on behalf of the Arya Samaj, but Thara Ben was no less than an elder sister to me. I received from her a fair share of love, caring and affection, and an equal measure of censure and reprimand when we didn't agree on certain issues. On behalf of the Arya Samaj, express our deepest gratitude and appreciation for her invaluable service, love and dedication. And I'm talking more of the days when we were at Carlisle Street. She, Maya Dehelu, and the team managed our events with such an admirable camaraderie. We were all caught up in the infectious mirth and joy. And I want to say to Rushila who is here, and your colleagues, I know you've lost a great companion and you'll miss Thara Ben sorely. I recall the meals that Thara would prepare and bring to Carlisle Street. She prepared the eats with a lot of love and found great delight in feeding us. She was a loving elder sister to all of us. Along with P.R. Bhogel, Ravi Jivan, and Lachman Bhai, they were a formidable team, managing our events with loving hospitality and good cheer. She had a passion for Hindi and Sanskrit and spared no effort in promoting and propagating these languages and our Hindu culture and dharma. She studied at the APS, went to University of Durban Westville, and to further her studies, she even went to Mauritius to make sure she enjoyed the best of tutors and she was able to do justice to her students. So, all of us that joined her, there was a tremendous joy participating in the Havans and the Bahukund Yajnas she organized. I recall the special trip that we undertook to India, some 15 of us, traveling and enjoying every moment of that memorable trip. To Pandit Thara Ben, our journey together will always hold fond memories that we'll cherish. We've served the Samaj well, and there's a sense of fulfillment that is immeasurable. Thanks to your beautiful family for allowing us to share these special moments. To you, the family, with your mom, your grandmom. She will be missed by you and by a greater extended family in the Samaj and the community of Islam. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to now call upon the President of the Hindi Sirkisson, Mr. Raj Dandal. Thank you.
Dhanyavad Bhain ji, namaste. It is a very sad day for us to bid farewell to someone at the Sangh that we have known for many years, bringing the kind of energy, commitment and integrity that we all have known Maji to stand for. Maji Sirkisson, as she was known to me, is the person who gave me a call the one day to say, I know who you are, but you don't know who I am. What she didn't realize is that her work always spoke louder than everyone's words, and we knew definitely whom she was. Today, we bid farewell to a soul who has touched all of us at the Hindi Shiksha Sangh in one way or another. As a mother figure, right, and that which smacked of the integrity of the Sangh. But there was Maji always encouraging us, driving and pulling together the teaching and learning of Hindi, how she created a space for the organization to grow and for the region from our material world. हम कहते हैं कि हमारे ज़िंदगी में सिर्फ एक ही चीज़ हमें यकीन है, and that is the fact that we are all going to bid farewell to this material life and this material body. लेकिन जन्म से लेने तक, इस मोड़ पर आने तक हम क्या करते हैं? She has shown us in many ways that we can do many things in this life. Things that fill the life with that which is meaningful. As I stand today to mourn the loss of really a mother of the son, I say to the family, we are extremely grateful for you having given us Maji's time to learn, develop and move ahead. We will miss her dynamism and her no-nonsense approach to things in life. We will miss her inherent compassion and her deep understanding of how the human psyche operated. And we share in your grief today and we offer our support. We know that Paramatma is going to grant her soul moksha because she set the example for all of us. But we wish for your fortitude in bearing the loss that we all have today. हिंदी शिक्षा संघ की ओर से प्रेम नमस्ते।
प्रभु की प्रार्थना का मूल मंत्र है संपूर्ण समर्पण। हे आत्मा चल प्रभु को सौंप दे तू सारा जीवन। देख प्रभु तेरे निकट विराजे, परमात्मा से अब चल कर मिलन। ज्योति बिंदु चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन.
We will now have speeches from the family. Can I ask Chalika, Sukina, Sajna, and Talia to follow? Thank you.
Namaste to one and all. We appreciate your presence and support in remembering a truly remarkable woman, Pandita Thara Devi Sirkisson, or as we knew her, Dadima. Dadima was born on the 21st of June, 1945. She was the second child among 8 siblings and came from very humble beginnings. Although Dadi completed her basic education, her desire to further educate herself was a constant driving force behind her many studies and accomplishments. After becoming a widow, she not only completed her studies in Hindi and furthered her educations in all corners around the world, including over 23 trips to India. However, one of her biggest achievements was being ordained as a priest. These would become vital parts of her life, leading her to owning her own Hindi school, performing weddings, funerals, and other very important life events for numerous people, both locally and internationally. She spearheaded many spiritual events, including multiple monasteries. She continuously improved herself with courses, including a theology course at UDW, an international degree in Thara in Mauritius, and recently many courses in Sanskrit. Even more recently, she pioneered Hindi lessons and performed lectures over Zoom after COVID. Her accolades are numerous, more so than I can mention here today. Dadi played a vital role in it. Her many lessons will stay with us always.
My Dadi has taught me many things in life, but if there was one dosti, वह एक मान की तरह मजबूत, एक गुरु की तरह बुद्धिमान और सत्य, और एक दोस्ती तरह दयालु और प्यार करने वाली थी। जब दादी माँ छाव बसे तो ऐसा लगा जैसे मेरा दिल का एक टुकड़ा उनके साथ जा गया, लेकिन मुझे एहसास हुआ कि इसके बजाय उसने अपने एक हिस्सा मेरे पास जोड़ दिया। When Dadima passed away, it felt like a part of me went with her, but I realized that instead she left a part of her within me.
To add on to her list of achievements, she was married to Praveen Chan Kenzi Srikissoon and was married for just over 30 years. She had 3 children who she was immensely proud of, Vikash, Viresh, and Pravisha. And she found great joy in expanding her family through their respective marriages. However, her true pride and joy came in the form of her grandchildren. And more recently, the grandchildren were usurped by her great-grandchildren. As a mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother, Tarima has been the matriarch of our family and the undeniable link holding us close. She has been loving and strict, nurturing and commanding, and gentle and powerful all at the same time. She has combined her love of being a pandit and matriarch, and she has played such a pivotal part in our lives in doing this. She has performed all our house prayers, she has gotten 2 of her grandchildren married, and she has performed my baby's prayers before birth and afterwards as well. She's performed all of our sanskaras, and taught us how to perform hajans. And her blessings throughout mine and our family's lives has been insurmountable. I came across a quote that resonated with me on this occasion. A beautiful woman delights the eye, a wise woman delights the mind. A pure woman delights the soul. There is no doubt in my mind that my Darima has touched and delighted every single person's soul here today. As much as we wish that she did not have to leave us so soon and so suddenly, we know that Darima's soul was meant for a higher purpose. We hope and pray that her own Atma was sufficiently fulfilled during this lifetime. It has been said that the greatest use of life is to spend it for something that will outlast it. The legacy that my Darima leaves behind will no doubt long outlast her life. And we hope and pray that as a family, we can continue and grow her legacy in a way that will make her proud. Dear Nani, you were the kind of grandmother that when you walked in, we instantly felt safe. You brought love into every home you stepped into, and with you, insurmountable blessings. Your most recent one being the biggest blessing a granddaughter could ask for. You were the one to perform the wedding ceremony of Shanae and Jessie. When planning it a few months ago, you sent a message to Shanae, telling her how demanding, stubborn, and hard-headed she is. Shanae laughed and responded back saying, well, where do you think I get that from? You were stubborn, hard-headed, and demanding. You were a force of nature. You knew exactly what you wanted out of life, and nothing and no one could ever stop you from getting it. Growing up, Shanae was a very naughty child, and so she would get into a lot of trouble with our parents. And when she did, Shanae would steal the home phone, and she'd hide under the bed and call Nani. 20 years later, and those phone calls never stopped. We always made sure to call each other every week, and we always knew that we could speak to you about anything. One of the most prominent memories I have was when I was younger. I would sit in your room while you watched your soapies, and you would break down the story to catch me up so we can judge the same characters together. You were always there. You were there to support our accomplishments, and you were always proud. When I called you to tell you I was graduating, you said you make me feel so proud. And I could hear the pride in your voice, and that was all that mattered to me. You were my biggest fan. You were a role model and a woman of value, and those who weren't around enough could never understand the value you brought. There are so many things I wish I could say to you, but I know that they don't matter, because we always made sure you knew just how much we loved you. Today, we are saying goodbye to you. Today we are saying thank you. Today we are saying we know you found peace. And today we say to you that you were the very best grandmother. Our hearts are full knowing you were so unconditionally loved by you, and we will forever love you too.
ऐसी कृपा करो भगवान। जगत के सारे बंदे, करे जगत के सारे बंदे, पर धंधों के परे न पंदे, जीवन होए कमल समान, जीवन होए कमल समान, ऐसी कृपा करो भगवान, ऐसी कृपा करो भगवान। दयावान और पर उपकारी, दयावान और पर उपकारी, सबके बन जाए हितकारी, सबके बन जाए हितकारी, सब जग का चाहे पाए। हर एक की हम करे भलाई, हर एक की हम करे भलाई, किसी के साथ न करे बुराई, किसी के साथ न करे बुराई, ऐसे नेक बन इंसान, ऐसी कृपा करो भगवान। गुण अपनाए अवगुण छोड़े, गुण अपनाए अवगुण छोड़े, झूठ कपट छल से मुख मोड़े, झूठ कपट छल से मुख मोड़े, नम्र बने तज कर अभिमान, नम्र बने तज कर अभिमान, ऐसी कृपा करो भगवान, ऐसी कृपा करो भगवान। हे जगदीश्वर अंतर्यामी, हे जगदीश्वर अंतर्यामी, मिलकर हम सब सेवक ज्ञानी, मिलकर हम सब सेवक ज्ञानी, मांग रहे हैं यह वरदान, मांग रहे हैं यह वरदान, ऐसी कृपा करो भगवान, ऐसी कृपा करो भगवान। रहे तुम्हारा ध्यान, ऐसी दे दो सिद्ध विश्वास, हरदम समझे आपको पास, करे तुम्हारा ही गुणगान, करे तुम्हारा ही गुणगान, ऐसी कृपा करो भगवान, ऐसी कृपा करो भगवान।
I'd like to now call on Roy Pandit to say a few words.
ठीक है।
my Master Ji, Dr. Ram Vilas, and Riviyata, Swami Ji is present here today, ladies and gentlemen. Thara Behan, that is how I should address her. And she extended a hand far and wide for Prachar work. And appealing to God to instill in human beings that were lost and give them such blessings. I find it appropriate to render this bhajan going to the appellate division and appealing to God to save us. That is what Thara Behan was to save souls. Om Bhurvusvah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimam Dhyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. हे प्रभु जी, सुनो ये बात। ऐसी कृपा करो भगवान, हरदम रहे तुम्हारा ध्यान। ऐसी कृपा करो भगवान, हरदम रहे तुम्हारा ध्यान। ऐसा दे दो दृढ़ विश्वास, ऐसा दे दो दृढ़ विश्वास, हरदम समझे आपके पास। करे तुम्हारा है गुणगान, करे तुम्हारा हे गुणगान। ऐसी कृपा करो भगवान, ऐसी कृपा करो भगवान, हरदम रहे तुम्हारा ध्यान। सुख में तुमको भूल न जाए प्रभु जी, प्रभु जी। सुख में तुमको भूल न जाए, दुख आने पर ना घबराए। सुख और दुख में रहे समान, सुख और दुख में रहे समान। ऐसी कृपा करो भगवान, ऐसी कृपा करो भगवान, हरदम रहे तुम्हारा ध्यान। करे जगत के सारे धंधे, करे जगत के सारे धंधे, पर धंधों के पड़े न फंदे, पर धंधों के पड़े न फंदे। जीवन हो कमल समान, ऐसी कृपा करो भगवान, ऐसी कृपा करो भगवान, हरदम रहे तुम्हारा ध्यान। दयावान और पर सबके बन जाए हितकारी, सब जग का चाहे कल्याण, ऐसी कृपा करो भगवान, ऐसी कृपा करो भगवान, हरदम रहे तुम्हारा ध्यान, हर एक की हम करे भलाई, हर एक की हम करे भलाई, किसी के साथ ना करे बुराई, किसी के साथ ना करे बुराई, ऐसे नेक बने इंसान, ऐसे नेक बने इंसान, ऐसी कृपा करो भगवान, ऐसी कृपा करो भगवान, हरदम रहे तुम्हारा ध्यान। कल्याण। नमस्ते।
I'd now like to call on Babu Brijlaw from the Hindi Vidya Pathshala.
Namaste, dear brothers and sisters. I stand here today with a very heavy heart to deliver this tribute on behalf of Hindi Vidya Pathshala and Thara, in memory of our beloved Pandita Thara Devi sirkisson. We can give you chapter and verse about our Pandita Ji, but time does not permit that today. Hopefully we can gather soon and celebrate her beautiful life. Today we pay tribute to a phenomenal woman who by fate became part of our lives. No amount of words can describe this giant of a person. Pandita Sirkisson was affectionately known as Benji amongst our ladies, Pandita Ji amongst the men, and Dadi amongst our children. On Thursday, our hearts were broken when we received the news that Pandita Ji is no more. It shocked us simply because she was hale and hearty. A few days before, she had spoken to Auntie Shobha, to Rishi, and a few others, and she showed no signs of distress or ill health. Our Pandita Ji was no ordinary being. She was a superwoman who had a clear vision and impeccable leadership qualities that set her apart from others. She played many roles, and you can name them. She was a mother, she was a guru, she was a spiritual leader, she was a counselor. You can go on and on. And she led us from the front, like a true soldier would do. When she set her mind on doing something, somehow or the other, it gets done. It doesn't matter whether she has the funds, but somehow or the other, it gets done. And I think one thing that I've learned about Pandita, she was somebody who was very persuasive, very influential, and people who are sitting here know that. She will go to them and make sure that she funds the projects. Many of us at Hindi Vidya Pathshala have been associated with Pandita for just over 2 decades. Our association began when we started learning Hindi under her tutelage. Yes, she is my guru, she is my teacher, she taught me Hindi. The desire to preserve, promote and share the Hindi language led to Pandita Ji establishing Hindi Vidya Pathshala Amslana in 2002 from very humble beginnings in her home. She served as the founding member and spiritual head of Hindi Vidya Pathshala, that was a passion. It was her creation. It was something that she couldn't live without. The school then, of course, moved premises a couple of times because student numbers were growing, and there was a growing interest from students in and around Amsterdam wanting to study Hindi. And thanks to some very, very generous people who made the premises available to Pandita in order for her to undertake a mission. Today, Hindi Vidya Pathshala operates from the Amsterdam Hindu Society. Of course, soon after the establishment of the Hindi school, Pandita started conducting havans, satsangs, Gita and Ramayana recitals, and of course, lessons on Hinduism. And of course, she got the entire community involved. And before we knew it, we were one big family. We were one big Hindi Vidya Pathshala family. And of course, Pandita kept us together, and like I said, for over 2 decades. When we joined Hindi Vidya Pathshala, never did we imagine that our association with Pandita will blossom into a far deeper relationship. Pandita played a huge role in all our lives in one way or the other. She gave us an unconditional love and affection. She widely shared her knowledge with us. She provided us guidance and direction. She provided us counsel when we needed it, and much, much more. The mother figure that she became in our lives meant that when we needed wise counsel, we did not hesitate to go to Pandita. She was our go-to person. She was our shoulder to cry on. Of course, Pandita took a very, very deep interest in our well-being and welfare. She never failed to check on us. On our dark days, she supported us when the goings got tough. Pandita took a very keen interest in our children. She had many programs for our children to just teach our children, grow them, develop them. And almost on an annual basis, she acknowledged our children. She celebrated our children. Pandita was a shining light in our lives. Today, that shining light has been extinguished. But rest assured that she lit many more lamps in Hindi Vidya Pathshala to light up our little world. And that is a characteristic worthy of emulation. Every member of Hindi Vidya Pathshala loved Pandita to bits. And I want to quote a few of the messages that were written since Thursday. Auntie Shobha wrote the following message, which encapsulates the relationship that we had with Panditaji. And I quote, "She was our guru, our guide, our friend, our inspiration, and our role model. Our lives were deeply enriched by her teachings." Yet another member of Hindi Vidya Pathshala described her as our dedicated and fantastic guru. And another member ascribed the following to our Panditaji: an embodiment of selfless service and devotion in our community. And indeed, our Panditaji was all this and much, much more. Somebody once said that the life given us by nature is short, but the memory of life well spent is eternal. And I'm sure you'll all agree, it was a life well spent. We will certainly remember her for a life well spent. Life is all about happiness and sadness, and Pandita was there for us during our good times, our bad times. Pandita, we cried, and you cried with us. We laughed, and you laughed with us. But most importantly, we prayed together, but you prayed for us. We celebrated together, but you celebrated us. If there's one person that I have to identify with exceptional organizing skills, it definitely would be our Pandita. At Hindi Vidya Pathshala, we hosted many, many functions, and the driving force behind this was our dear Panditaji. Pandita would conceptualize the function, and thereafter she would give it to the team to execute. And if truth be told, she was a tough cookie to work with. She never settled for less. Uncompromising in quality and standard, she was meticulous in whatever she did. She had style, culture, and tradition. And yes, Dr. Ramvilas, we all had a fair share of the censure, the reprimands, and the scoldings. But we took it on the chin. We learned from our mistakes. No offense taken. It was in the day's work. After all, we were the children to her. And I remember many of our big functions that we hosted, you know, the 108 Hawan Festival, the State Fits, etc., that we hosted. Again, she was the driving force. It was hosted with a lot of pomp and ceremony, and it was Pandita's style. She always ensured that when we as Hindi Vidya Pathshala represented our organization, we did it with pride. She instilled that sense of pride in us, so much so that she wanted order, she wanted uniformity, that all our ladies would wear white saris, all the gents would wear white kurta tops. That was our Pandita. That is how she wanted us to conduct ourselves with pride, with dignity. Ladies and gentlemen, on a more personal note, and for those who do not know, and like the president of the Hindi Shiksha Sangh has already alluded, yes, Pandita was very, very involved with the Hindi Shiksha Sangh in the last few years. And she also served as the North Coast Regional Director for her term. And she always insisted, ever since I joined the Hindi Vidya Pathshala to study Hindi, she always insisted that I must join the Hindi Shiksha Sangh. She always had believed that I had something to offer. And she continued insisting that I join the Hindi Shiksha Sangh. And I must say that I am proudly a member of the Board of Management of the Hindi Shiksha Sangh. But that is not very important. Yes, she had faith in me. But Pandita ji, as I undertake my roles and responsibilities at the Hindi Shiksha Sangh, I carry at the back of my mind the many teachings that you have passed on to me, particularly to be uncompromising when it comes to truth, justice, and fairness. And Pandita ji, I will not let you down. And on a more personal note, you were there for me during my most difficult times, during my darkest moments. Thank you very much, Pandita ji, for being my pillar of strength. Ladies and gentlemen, Hindi Vidya Pathshala conveys its deepest condolences to the sirkisson family. You are in our thoughts and prayers during this difficult time. To Virej, Samantha, and the entire sirkisson family, thank you for sharing Margie with us. Margie, you have run a remarkable race. Your journey comes to an end today. We can only pray that your journey beyond this material world is going to be free of obstacles. May Paramatma guide your soul to its destination. On several occasions, Pandita ji said to me, Rishi, yourself, the other members, officials of Hindi Vidya Pathshala, and the teachers must continue with the Hindi school. Pandita ji, today I must say to you that we will endeavor to keep your memories alive through Hindi Vidya Pathshala, which was your passion, your creation, and your baby. Rest in eternal peace, our Pandita ji, our Benji, our Dadi. Go well. You will be dearly missed by all of us at Hindi Vidya Pathshala. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I would like to, before I hand over to Dr. Ramvilas, I'd like to quickly pass a vote of thanks and make some announcements. On behalf of the Srikisson family, we'd like to thank all members from the Arya Pratindi Sabha, the Amshlanga Hindi Society, the Hindi Vidya Pathshala members for helping and assisting today in making this a memorable occasion as we bid farewell to Pandita. I would also like to extend an invitation for a memorial havan being hosted by the Srikisson family tomorrow at the Reservoir Hills Seva Samaj, Battersea Avenue, from 11 to 12. Lunch will be served thereafter. We would like you all to please join us. I now hand it over to Dr. Ramvilas. Sorry, for those that still want to, have not had an opportunity to pay their respects, you may do so now. Thank you.
Do join me in prayer. Deva Purusha Purana Tamasya Vishwasya Param Nidanam Vedasi Vedyancha Param Chadama Payatatam Vishwamanantarupa. O Supreme Being, who has been with us since creation, who is the supreme treasure of this vast universe, you are the knower, the knowledge, and the final resting place for all beings. You are the infinite presence in whom all things are. You pervade the entire universe. We seek courage, fortitude, and shelter in you. Vasansi jirnani yatha vihaya navani dronati narokarani tatha sharirani viha jirnani anyani sanyati navani dehi. Just as a person discards an old garment and puts on one that is new, so the soul leaves the body at death and takes on a new one. The soul does not perish with the body. O Lord, may we take courage from this truth. Na jayate mriyate vakadachan nayam bhutva bhavitavana bhuya ajo nitya shashvatoyam purano nahanyate hanyamane sharire. Never is a soul born, never does it die, unborn and eternal, beyond times gone by or yet to come. The soul does not die when the body dies. Nenam chindanti shastrani, nenam dati pavakaha, na chenam vedayanti apo, na shoshati marutaha. This soul, no weapons wound, nor fires burn, waters cannot wet it, and winds cannot dry it. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityur dhruvam janma mritasya cha tasmada pariharyerthe natvam shochitum arhasi. All things born must certainly die, and out of death must come life. Knowing this, let us desist from sorrow. May we have the strength to do so. Avyaktadini bhutani vyaktamadhyani bharata avyaktani dhananyeva tatraka paridevana. All beings are invisible before birth. They are invisible again after death. We see only the mortal being in its existing lifespan. O God, grant us the wisdom to accept this truth. Om Vedahametam Purusham Mahantam Aditya Tamasa Parasta Tameva Vitvati Mrityumaiti Nanya Pantha Vidyate Anaya. The Supreme full of splendor, like the sun untainted by darkness. There is no other path to salvation and eternal bliss than by getting to know God. Om Suryam Chakshur Gacchatu Vatamatma Dhyancha Gaccha Prithivim Cha Dharmana Apova Gaccha Yadi Tatrate Itam Oshadishu Pratitishta Sharireha. May all the components of this body be merged into the 5 elements of this universe. May its vision be absorbed in the sun, its breath into the atmosphere, and its other senses into the appropriate elements. May the soul, according to the noble deeds performed here, dwell in a body worthy of such merit. I ask the family to pay the final respects and will chant the Shanti Mark. So, ask the immediate family to come closer. May we all rise. And also, may the pallbearers also be in readiness. Safe journey home. Thank you very much.